Hello, and welcome back to Random Awesome Meg. I am Meg, and this is 1001 Movies. So today we are talking about Sunrise, which overall I thought was a very lovely movie about a reignition of romance. I gave it an 8 out of 10. IMDb gave it an 8.1. So pretty close in range. If you like romances, I think this is an excellent one to watch, especially if you like classics like Casablanca. So let's get into the plot. Sunrise is about a man who is planning to kill his wife in order to continue having an affair with the woman from the city he's secretly been seeing. And his mistress tells him, well, oh, if you love me so much, then you should accidentally push your wife into the water because she can't swim. And so he takes his wife and he's like, hey, let's go to the city. We haven't had a night out, just us in a long time. And so his wife gets super excited. And when it comes to it, and he's about to push her off, he noticed how horrified she is of him and he can't go through with it. So he pulls them aside to the shore, and when he does that, she starts booking it, as she should, starts booking it away from him. And he follows her like onto the bus and everything, and she's like shrinking back from him and everything. But they wind up wandering into a wedding, and he realizes he has no longer been putting effort into their marriage. And so at this point, he breaks down in tears and he repents and he's like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been with this mistress. I should be focusing on you. And his wife forgives him. And so for the rest of the film, it's super, super cute. They are doing kind of like Roman holiday style is a good comparison of like getting their photos taken, getting haircuts, going to the fair. But then on the way back home, a storm starts. And so what winds up happening is she actually does fall into the water despite his best efforts to save her. And so they find her body at first, and it seems like she's dead. And so, thinking that she's dead, the husband returns home and is sobbing. He can't help it. He's just so heartbroken that he's lost the love of his wife. And his mistress comes in and she's like, oh my gosh, we can finally be together. We can start our new life. And then, in anger, the husband nearly kills his mistress. But he winds up not doing it because at the last minute, the neighbors come in and they're like, hey, your wife's saved. And everything's happily ever after that. So I think it is a very, very fun movie. Some thoughts I have about it is, first off, the husband has a lot of anger issues, which I think is part of what makes this movie strong, though, is the complexity of the husband and also the complexity of the wife of actually having her run away. And naturally, it is like, would I stay with somebody who tried to kill me? Absolutely not. I would divorce them. Like, you aren't getting anywhere near me. But at the same time, first off, time period matters because, like, what would she actually be able to do for herself? Because she kind of needs to be married. It's the 1920s. But also, obviously, to keep the story moving, she has to forgive him and be okay with, like, oh, it was just like a thing and you didn't actually do it, so it's fine. But the complexity of the husband is that the husband has a lot of anger issues and a lot of jealousy, which we also see in the wife a little bit. So when they go to get their haircuts together, the wife kind of notices a little bit, and it's more of like a normal, I feel like, amount of jealousy that you would expect from somebody, right? But then when the husband gets jealous because he notices that this guy is like hitting on his wife and kind of like pushing up against her a little bit, when his wife leaves, he gets so angry that he steps on the guy's toes at the barbershop and then threatens him quite seriously. I think he holds like a blade up to him as well. And then obviously the other thing is that when he almost kills his mistress, which is pretty crazy, but I was kind of there for it. I was like, oh my gosh, his wife's dead. Like, you really, really believe that his wife's dead, and they do a good job of selling that, because there are a lot of movies where it's like, obviously they're coming back. But I was like, dang, wife's dead, wife's gone. You can't blame him. He's so angry. I was like, this is not going to go well for the mistress, just kind of skipping over here, being like, it's going to be great, you and me forever. And then he starts choking her. And so, obviously, it does make me, like, if we were thinking about post movie, it does make me nervous about the wife a little bit because he seems to have anger issues, and it would make me want to be a little more cautious for that marriage. Or hopefully, like, he works on it and he gets his anger out on control. And I think my other big thought was just that they have a child, right? And when he plans to leave, he isn't thinking about his baby at all, which is crazy. Um, I mean, I guess the baby's more of the wife's responsibility, technically. But it is still like he's only thinking about, oh, I'm just gonna leave my wife, and he doesn't even think about, like, oh, hey, also we have a child, we have a small child that I would be leaving as well. So I guess just like he's swept away in the passion of having a mistress, but at the same time he doesn't really even like interact with or acknowledge the child in any way whatsoever. He might kind of glance at the child at the end real fast. But overall, I would recommend this movie. I think it is such a cute romance with just like this smidgen, littlest bit about of like kind of like murder and kind of mystery to it, a little bit of like, oh, everything's fine. Like, how is there more left to the movie? And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to actually look like he killed her and he didn't, but he's going to be so heartbroken, and everything's going to work out the way the mistress wanted it to. So I feel like because of that, I thought it was just such a great movie. And so next up is going to be The Jazz Singer. So tune in on Friday for that. Have a great one.